All right, welcome into the reading, Divine Masculine. This is a special reading just for you. Welcome or welcome back to Royal Blue Tarot. Today I'm doing something a little bit different and special. You got a beautiful view of the Bali trees and sky. So just take this message in. There's nothing really to see today. I'm just going to go ahead and translate the cards and the channelings to you directly. So sit back, relax, and kick up your feet. Party on down to the blue, the Royal Blue Tarot beat, okay? So take a couple cleansing breaths, set some intentions. If you're here, you are spiritual royalty, and there are messages that are here for you. I'm just shuffling the cards. That is giving you time to get settled, get comfy, get cozy. What does your higher self want you to know? Why are you here? Get clear about your intentions. Let's go ahead and see what messages the divine has for you. Setting boundaries, planting seeds, moving forward in your life. You got some emotions that you're dealing with. You're holding on to whatever you can. You're going through a death and rebirth. You're going through a transition. You're navigating through your shadows. You're healing your emotions, learning how to listen to your intuition. You're completing cycles. A lot that has to do with your communication. You're ascending. Things are being rebalanced for you in your life. You're healing from this toxicity when it comes to you being stubborn, you being deceptive, you not being able to tell the truth. You're manifesting something new here for yourself. Things have been changing. Things have been shaken up for you. But you're holding on to what you know makes you happy. You're moving towards that regardless. You're working through your toxic thinking, your limiting beliefs. You're working on how you see yourself, how you're approaching life. Not wanting to be held down by toxicity anymore. Your own self-sabotage. Again, ready for this new beginning, potentially with a Queen of Cups. You've been nurturing yourself. You've had to learn how to nurture yourself because of these endings, because of the way you've communicated, you not being willing to give and receive equally, you wanting to hold on, you wanting to be in control. Things have dismantled in your life. It's caused you to go within. You've been in hermit mode. You've been spending time alone. Things are changing. Things have been shifting. You've been getting karma for things that have happened, and it's got you heavily reflecting on the past. You've been working on your confidence, recognizing where you've been disloyal to the people who loved you the most, to the people who were there for you, to the people who poured into you. You've been recognizing where you have been argumentative for the sake of your own ego. You're wanting to communicate. You're wanting to communicate with someone, but God has been having you heavily reflecting about your actions, needing to walk away from things that no longer serve you. You've been working through those heavy emotions, trusting your intuition, having patience, really having to trust the divine about this connection that it is that you want. There's some sort of balance, harmony that you want in your life. Soulmate connection. I'm seeing that repeatedly. We got the Lovers to the Six of Cups to the Two of Cups. A lot of emotions that you're working on, having to balance your emotions, understanding where you've had a faulty foundation, where you haven't been willing to walk away from things. You're seeing through the illusions. You're seeing through the illusions as if you had everything complete and it wasn't. You're recognizing a happy home is what it is that you've truly been desiring, and you're moving forward towards that. You're wanting to communicate with someone about like revelations that you're having. You're really working on your independence, healing from codependency, healing from negative attachments. You're ready to have a new beginning. You're ready to reinvest. You're ready to reinvest. You've been heavily considering, like, how have I been investing my time? How have I been investing my money? Like, I haven't really been following my heart. And that's got me blocked out of some situations. A lot of fire energy here. We got Aries, Leo, and Sag on the board. Like, literally, in my astrology oracle deck, all three of the fire signs came out. So you could have heavy fire placements, or you're working on your confidence, being passionate about having this new beginning. But you're really having to trust the divine here. Yep. And here goes the Judgment, the Fool to the Judgment. And at the bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles. Like, you were in illusions about where you were investing your time, about what was actually going to make you happy, about this family that it was that you actually want. And you've been learning about that. You've been seeing how your hot and cold energy has kept you away from having ultimate fulfillment within your money and within your emotions. Because you're recognizing that you cannot do it alone. God created us for partnership. There's somebody that you want to talk to. King of Swords, you want to communicate. You're ready to talk your truth. The Lovers. The Lovers to the Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Cups. You're finding balance between love, like you're learning how to find balance within your emotions, but you're also recognizing as you're doing that there's somebody, here goes the Venus card, there's somebody that made you really happy and you did not give to that relationship. It was not reciprocal. You did not give and receive equally. And so you or someone else had to walk away from a connection because there was too much toxicity, because something needed to end. Something needed to end. What else does the Divine Masculine need to know, Spirit? You're working on your like apathetic behavior, like being dissatisfied. You're reflecting about where you were like investing your emotions. You thought that your happiness lied in friendship, partying, celebrating, but you realized that there was something that you were missing. And the divine had given that to you, but you rejected it. You rejected your own stability, your own Four of Wands. You rejected your happy home life. You rejected this High Priestess. You did not listen to your intuition. You were not pouring love into yourself or into the divine connection and partnership that you had. You were chasing illusions. You were chasing thrills. You were more focused on your money, thinking that that's what you needed to be focused on. You were trying to gain control. You didn't want to make decisions. You were struggling to listen to your heart, to make decisions based off of what truly made you happy and what you felt. But God is giving you another opportunity. There's something that God is giving you, but that has taken you to be able to kind of walk through the fire. I'm hearing Kanye West, through the fire. Through the fire. You had to recognize your own toxic thinking. There is a union. There is something coming together here. But first it had to come together within you. First it had to come together within you. You had to recognize that you already have everything that you need, that you have the victory already, but you have to recognize it within yourself. I'm seeing this Empress, like you were heartbroken because of the lack of communication that you gave to this divine feminine. You're looking at this feminine. This feminine is inspiring you to grow and to change. This person really nurtured you. You really manifested with this person, but something that you failed to communicate caused a separation. But this has been helping you with your spiritual growth. This has been helping you to recognize who you truly are, who you are within the divine, the purpose that God has for you. But you've had to go into this period. The divine feminine and you both got the Hangman. So this period of suspension was absolutely necessary so that you could start to look at things from a different perspective, so that you could see. You needed to be able to see. You needed to learn how to pour into yourself and how to pour into others. That was something that maybe you didn't understand as a child. And you had to go through changes. You had to go through feeling lost, like you lost something. You had to lose this person in your life. You've been affected within your money. Your friendships have changed because you've had to find balance. You had to go through a spiritual awakening about this love that was actually meant for you. This soulmate connection that I feel like you always knew. Like you knew that this was your 10 of cups. You knew that this was the person you were supposed to be celebrating with. You knew that this is the person you were supposed to be investing in. You intuitively felt that, but you did not listen to your own intuition. You didn't walk through the portal. You didn't take what God was trying to give to you, and that landed you in this 9 of Wands energy where you over here having to watch your back around people that did not really care about you. This feminine energy was your covering, was your protection, was your spiritual protection. Y'all was supposed to go places together. Y'all had work to do together. Y'all have a mission. Y'all have a mission, and it's like you've had to recognize where you were hasty, where you made decisions too quickly based off of your own ego and thinking and stuff like that. You had to learn a lesson here, but you've gained clarity. The Sun card, you know that happiness is what's meant for you. I'm seeing a lot of solar plexus that came out in the Divine Feminine's reading as well. That the solar plexus, you have to work on your beliefs, recognizing who you are in the divine, and you had to go through sitting by yourself to understand how your own thoughts is what broke your heart. Your own egotistical thinking is what broke your heart and got you in this energy where you by yourself crying at night. You know what I'm saying? 99's coming out again too here. That came out in the Divine Feminine's reading as well. 99. Wrapping up a cycle here, but you had to go through it by yourself. You had to go through it by yourself. And now you ready to rush in with the truth. You over here trying to manifest a new beginning, getting more grounded into your emotions. Now you can be more mature. Now your third eye is awakening, right? This spiritual awakening that you have. Now you understand who you want to work with, and you don't want to work with people that have been over here confusing you, got you in chaos, got you over here confused. You're dreaming about a life that you could have had as you're ascending. And that was necessary because I feel like that was the only way you were going to learn this lesson that the divine had for you, was for you to go in and reflect, meditate. The divine had to move you away from toxicity, and you had to allow it. This was a cycle that was meant to happen. 6 and 4. Queen of Wands. You nurturing your own divine feminine energy, recognizing that the things that you want to create, it comes from the inside of you, not from the outside. You had to get in touch with your intuition. You had to learn how to hold your boundaries, how to give and receive equally, how to communicate with spirit. And here go the Hermit to the Empress. Like understanding that your divine guiding light is your counterpart, is your equal, is your match. You have to go through healing your inner child, finding balance, being patient. You had to learn patience because you were somebody that wanted to remain in control and make everything happen, but you had to humble yourself under the divine. We got 5-5 here again. You had to go through a lot of changes. Temperance, 14 is a 5 to the Hierophant. Understanding that you have angels that watch over you, that God is the ultimate source of you. And be willing to go through a process. A lot about patience and learning how to nurture yourself here. A lot about working on your mind, renewing your mind, coming out of this energy of sadness, which you are healing from and coming out of, and you ready to walk into this 10 of Pentacles. You ready to go back home. Destined to release is in the reverse, which is very interesting. So you're getting out of this toxic energy. You're releasing the things that you need to release. You've been resistant to that though. With this being reversed, you could still be having a hard time releasing this sadness. Okay, this destined to release came out reversed, when this Five of Cups came out reversed. So it's like you've been having a hard time getting out of the sadness, like feeling sorry for yourself. But that's something that, again, is needed. This is what's helping you to find balance within yourself. This is what's helping you get into your King of Pentacles, your grounded, your Taurus, your stable energy, is releasing these toxic emotions that keep you stuck. When you over here wallowing in self-pity, when you're focused too much on, like, it's like you have to balance these emotions. Understanding that that's a process. You learning how to nurture your heart is a process. You didn't just get there overnight. You have been an avoidant for many years, and you learned that in your childhood. So now you're having to go through this process of learning how to ground your emotions, how to release toxic emotional attachments, right? Like being a victim. You had to release having this victim mentality. And that's what's helping to manifest things moving forward for you in your life, masculine. Give us more, Spirit. What else do you want to talk to a divine masculine about? Because you are royalty. You're meant for greatness. These are messages to support you on this journey, to affirm your experience. Understanding that you have this love. Coming into balance with yourself is going to help you come into balance with this other person. Healing your own heart is going to give you the tools to come together and heal a connection. Self-love is the answer to this loving partnership that's destined for you. But you had to, this power struggle, this point of tension is what's actually helping things to come together. This opposition, this feeling like you're all the way, like you're so far away from your manifestation, is what is actually helping to propel you further. It's helping you to find balance, to learn how to listen to your intuition. I'm seeing 2288. Having to have the strength, learning how to make decisions, finding balance, being willing to take a journey. This is a lot about movement. This card is turned over that I didn't even see. It's the Seven of Wands. Holding your boundary, understanding that you're right where you're supposed to be. You have angelic support. This is the second time I'm seeing this. You have angelic support. You're in this period of suspension so that you can change your mind, so that you can renew your mind. And that is a process that you have to walk out. I'm seeing 33, which is a 6. This is what's helping you to find balance. You understanding to work with your spirit guides to get you back into this Empress energy for yourself and to get you to this person. I understand it feels hard. I understand you tired of being alone. You don't want to be in the dark. You don't want to feel like this, but this is something that you've been avoiding. So you have to navigate these emotions so that you can have this new beginning. This is what's going to help you get into your big energy. This is what's going to help you have victory and success. Yes, here goes 6 and 6. Here goes the Lovers with the 6 of Wands. This is what's taking you. This is what you're manifesting to the Ace of Swords underneath. Like, continue to follow your heart, because the divine is guiding you to balance and harmony within your life. You're manifesting this. This spiritual awakening that you're going through is something that has been divinely orchestrated so that you can have something that has staying power in your life, something that's not going to be fleeting, something that you don't feel like you did it. It's like this is a time, this is a year especially, where the divine is showing us that the subconscious is in control. Not the conscious mind. The subconscious is the one that has the power. That's the equal give and take. We got 666 here. Beautiful energy of harmony and balance. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Like, you're walking into something great as you continue to navigate these difficult emotions and put this work in. This is stuff that you have been avoiding. This is stuff that you've been avoiding for far too long. It's been enough time of this. So now the divine has you in isolation so that you can work on this. Here goes the Lovers to the 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Something is coming in really fast. This challenging situation is actually what's going to be the thing that propels you to the top of the mountain. Trust, have patience, and understand that you surrendering and welcoming this change, you being open-minded, is what is going to provide you stability. It's what's going to help you to heal your heart. Okay? Trust that the people that are around you, people have been removed from your life for a reason, because they're not meant for you. They're toxic. It's keeping you from what's actually meant for you. So allow your hurts to come up. Allow the troubles, the hurts, the pain in your heart to come up and out. It's being transmuted by fire. Continue to be optimistic. Continue to understand that this is helping to ground you. This is transforming you. This is providing you with stability. You're going through a radical change. Your intuition, water signs could be heavily significant, but you're moving forward. You have wonderful things that are coming. This period of isolation and working through this confusion that you've had within yourself is what is about to change your life forever. So I know that this has been challenging, but it's all for the best. And to look at it as a game, to look at it like, wow, this is what's happening before your manifestations come in, so that once these things come, you'll have appreciated, you'll be so proud of yourself at the work that you put in, understanding that you did not have to avoid for all of those years. But it was good, because now as you walk into 1010, this divine abundance and fulfillment and happiness, like, you're going to appreciate it so much more. The gratitude is just going to hit on another level. So I'm sending you so much love, Divine Masculine. I hope that this was helpful for you, that affirmed your experience. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.